Well, guys, Snoo here. I took the day off yesterday. You can probably understand why I would do that. No stream and no video. I was going to make a video, just, a nice every other video about the build, some tech or currency earning, something like that, showcasing my character. Kind of difficult to showcase a character when you don't have one. Or I technically do have one, but as you can see, I'm a little short on gear right now. It kind of doesn't exist magically. Yeah, I logged in, and this is what I saw on my character. And all the divine orbs gone, all the gear gone, several other things. And apparently it didn't just happen to me. I wasn't sure if I'd even make a video on this. Maybe I'd just make a post on it. I don't want to make some video that's just about me personally. Oh, woe is me, I got hacked. Or maybe I was targeted. Maybe it was brute force password. I don't know. But no, apparently, after digging a little dirt on this, having a Discord community helps in this process. It appears that this is some sort of systemic issue going on. That GGG may have in fact had a major data breach because a lot of people have been hacked in the recent days and weeks. And perhaps even a bigger problem is accounts being locked. I don't know if that's exactly tied to the same issue. But I would be willing to bet if you're watching this video, some of you who see this are victims of this happening right here and now. Maybe you're searching it up online on YouTube, maybe not. Maybe you're just a regular viewer who this happened to. And, this is the kind of thing that happens now and then to the little guy. They got no voice for it, but it's not something that happens every day to somebody with a platform. So guess what? I'm not in a very good mood. I don't like turning the camera on when I'm not in a good mood, but I feel some type of way about this, so we're going to make a video on it, and we're going to do it through the lens of what's happening in the community. It's not going to be about me. It's going to be about what's going on in the community, because it's affecting a lot of people. And perhaps the most damning thing of all is the response from GGG. Or shall I say lack of response. The all too typical copy pasta forum response. Oh, we're listening. We hear you. No problem. Well, they're not hearing people because people are going days and even weeks without a response from customer service right now. And yes, I'm aware that the timing is very poor. It's a Christmas holiday. But I would like to inform people, especially those living in Western countries, that the world doesn't stop spinning on Christmas. Having come from the USA, I understand where that mindset comes from. And I also live in Japan right now, where I had a regular day of work on Christmas. And this is a massive online company offering a service worldwide 365 days a year. So if you're going to do that, you should probably offer the service 365 days a year. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not going to have very kind words to say on this. But yeah, we're going to dig into the dark underbelly of the lack of security taking place for forum, emails, passwords. And I suspect when you get done seeing this video, you might also come to the conclusion that a major data breach took place, in which case I definitely expect some kind of response, a formal response from GGG, if that is in fact the case. So let's get into the video. First, I'd like to get myself out of the way. Now, for me personally, I'm going to treat this like a particularly nasty hardcore death. Okay, I used to play hardcore in Diablo 2, Diablo 3. I don't really care. I know what the 7 stages of grief are like all too well. And usually it's from some BS disconnect anyway. So it's just... But what I don't like is not knowing why. I don't like not knowing why what happened. And so that's why, we're making a video in large part. So I woke up the day after Christmas and it said my account had been logged in from a different location. And so I needed to re-input my authentication, my email and my password. I need to manually put it back in. I log into the character and it's completely stripped down. All the divine orbs are gone. I had about 200 exalted orbs that were still there for some weird reason. A few little other currencies, these chaos orbs, they were all still there, and not much has moved here since then. I had a headhunter in this tab. I was testing out headhunter. It is gone. So the headhunter was removed, but several other items that I've been trying to sell for, less than a divine or a divine maybe 2, all remain. I don't know. I had a whole bunch of other things in here that were really quite, a lot. Like I had 3 breach stones saved up. I had, I got some gems in here. I have a bunch of amulets and rings and things that are kind of backups that are actually worth quite a bit. I would say on par with the amulet that got stripped away. By the way, I'd like to give a huge shout out to my guy Zushi, who managed to find my amulet on trade after the fact and sniped it for me. So I did have one piece of gear return. That is this item right here. I'm very happy to see this one come back to me. It's one that I think I might like to use in the future. I was using it on the previous character, which had 200, 300 divines worth of gear. And most notably, the gems. Okay, I was almost completely outfitted with 6-socketed gems. They were so kind enough to leave the 4- and 5-socketed gem in here, I guess. But yeah, basically everything else was 6-socket gems with all the supports. The supports they stripped out, left in the inventories, and I still got to keep the supports, which was ironically kind of useful when leveling a new character. By the way, I'm level 94. I didn't have to level a new character, but I took the wrong permanent passives anyway in the campaign, so I figured it was a good opportunity to do that. I will probably come out with a future video about some of the leveling gear that I'm using that has served me quite well. So, you know, I got a lot of lemons right now, and we're going to try to make some lemonade out of that. Anyway, that's enough about me. So we're going to dig into what's going on the forums. We're going to look at both Reddit and the main forums. And we're going to see what people are saying about the issues of security breaches, hackings, account lockdown, and customer service not responding, and that sort of thing. All right, so we're going to start with Reddit. And as you can see, there are a few posts. I know I'm body blocking some of this, but there are definitely a few posts that have happened in the last few days or weeks on Reddit about people getting their accounts compromised, locked, and whatnot. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of them to see what the people are saying. Account hacked. Only add-on I had was PoE Overlay 2 from Overwolf. Just a cautionary tale. For the first time in 11 years, my account was hacked. The only third-party application I had was PoE Overlay 2 application, which I thought was a bit more legitimate coming from Overwolf. I realized this only happened because I was also now using the standalone client for PoE2, which did not have the two-factor authentication protection that Steam Login had. I just wanted to put a heads up to others if it can potentially prevent another victim. While Overwolf is widely known to be sketchy and not something I would use, I don't see a reason to assume it was the cause. Accounts get hacked all the time. Brand new PC, not using any other third-party application. You're right that it could be a random attack, but I'm just sharing the exact circumstances for my experience. Really appreciate that. Really helps out. I just got hacked. I used the authenticator and saw someone attempt to log in. Didn't approve it. Came home. My account was emptied out. Probably 80 div worth of gear and 20 div worth of raw currency. Also used PoE2 overlay and trade extension. Did you use the browser built-in overlay where they ask you to log in? Is a question. Did you log in via PoE account? I got hacked too using overlay. Not sure if this was the cause. Well, guys, let's dispel something right here and now. Okay, I was hacked in seemingly a very similar fashion. This definitely appears to be the same actors on all of this. The way we're going to read into it, and you're going to see how it's basically happened the exact same way to everyone else. I did not have anything downloaded. I was going to download something like an Awakened PoE. I was pretty close to going on and doing that at a certain point, but I still hadn't done it yet. The only suspicious thing that I had done was download the NeverSync filter off of the GitHub that he provided, and you know I've linked that in my own details of the YouTube videos recently. There's no reason to believe. I mean, it's just a text file. I do not visit any RMT sites. I don't visit any suspicious sites. Nothing like that. So totally clean on my... Now, I did not have my PC reformatted for quite some time. It had been 4 years or something, and I did just go ahead and do that recently for obvious reasons. But yeah, I didn't have any of these applications. People were trying to use them as like a scapegoat to try and figure out what's going on here. But you're going to see, you know, some people using this one, not the other. Some people using this one, but not the other. And some people like me didn't have anything, essentially. Let's take a look at some more posts. Account hacked. Everything stolen. Unfortunately, I've fallen victim to what some streamers in the past have in the past. Oh, I guess he's talking about me. Maybe. But in Path of Exile 2. Funny enough, I do not have any third-party apps installed for Path of Exile 2. Today, I woke up after a long night's sleep only to find out all my currency is gone, as well as gear is gone. Things like dream fragments, good mana stacking gear. I've already sent a message to support, changed my password. Yeah, so have I. On that note, but I doubt they'll be able to do anything about it, as in the usual case about lost items. Pretty shitty Christmas present I got this year. For the record, I play on standalone, always have all these years. I guess it's time to switch to Steam to proper two-factor authentication. Their policy has always been to not restore lost items. Yes, some of you might be confused about why that is. Well, you just have to think about it a little bit. If they were to restore your lost items, they would have to either rip out the current items out of the ether, or they'd have to duplicate items. You can see that would be bad on both ends, because Well, the hackers move fast, okay? They take your items off gear, they exchange it with their friends sell them at fire sale prices. I saw at least one of my items do that in real time. And so the ultimate result is somebody innocent has the item. They have nothing to do with the hack. They literally did nothing wrong whatsoever. They just used trade and bought the item. And so you can't just rip that out. I mean, how would that feel to have that item just gone? There's no way that's acceptable. And then the alternative is that you duplicate the item, but you realize very quickly that creates a terrible incentive structure whereby people can just have their friends hack their account for them, and then they can dupe the items willy-nilly. And so that's not going to work either. And so it's just going to be really awful on the economy if they try to reset it. And so the victim, unfortunately, becomes a victim twice over. Their account's hacked, maybe it's locked, and then they also never get their items back. And that's just the way of it. It feels really bad. And yes, I'm personally feeling the sting of that right now, but I understand why it has to be that way, all things considered. Because I think GGG does a terrific job, certainly when it comes to, server-side stability and authenticity. With the items. There aren't really like a bunch of duped items and stuff like that in PoE, which it's a lot more than we can say for, just about any other ARPG out there. Well, you did somehow get hacked. There's a huge list of people's cookies, stolen information from people's saved passwords from browsers. I did have a password. It was all right, but I had not changed it in a long time, so it's a good point to bring this up. Etc. to be bought for a small amount of money on the dark net. You can even filter specific games, etc. Maybe you did, but a lot of people save passwords, emails in their browsers for convenient logins. A lot of people then use the same passwords over different systems. I definitely do that. I have like 4 or 5 different passwords I use, but I got like 20 or 25 different places that I use as passwords, of course. They can still steal your items if they know your standalone information or how to get it. Are you sure you haven't clicked anything suspicious or entered your info? So you can see people are trying to help out here, and then you got sort of a despair message right here. Then you got a lot of people who are saying, hey, this happened to me too. This happened to me just 2 hours ago. They stole 150 div worth of uniques alone. Really hard to compute. My gear's worth when I bought a bunch, when I bought a lot of it before the build got popular. Yep, okay. Same. I just got 50 div of my gear stolen. I was literally playing earlier today, logged in a couple hours later right now, and everything's gone. I used Steam and did not get any email notifications. I did download or use Exile Exchange 2 if that means anything, which again, I don't think that means anything. That's just another advantage of playing on Steam. To my understanding, if you ever link your password and account to the standalone or to the site, I guess you're subject to a data breach that might take place. The comment earlier mentioned two-factor authentication. Now, here's an interesting thing. This is supposed to work, from my understanding. This is back from Sanctum League. But I've definitely seen this message. You probably have too. If you've ever reset your ISP, or if you've had, obviously, if you've been hacked to it, or an attempt on a hack. And this is what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to have your account protected in case you try to log in from a different ISP. Even if it's the exact same system, same location, just reset your router. It can be actually quite annoying. In some cases, if your ISP is messing with you and keeps resetting it on the daily, for example, which happened to me a while back. And I had to go through this process quite a bit, but for some odd reason, it's not happening now. Or at least it doesn't happen for some people, or not all the time. So I don't know, very unreliable system. And this is, to my understanding, has been something that people have been clamoring for. And I would definitely like to use my voice in this case as somebody who's now been a victim of hacking. I would love to see a reliable two-factor login authentication be implemented 100% of the time from GGG's side. I definitely don't mind the idea of having to input this in every single time my ISP changes. That is a worthy sacrifice of convenience, obviously, at this time. I believe that. We can take a look at some more posts. Okay, account was just hacked, compromised, playing on a standalone client without any secondary login possibilities like Steam, Epic. None others are connected. However, I logged in and somehow bypassed the restriction logging in from a new location. I've never received a code, mail, or anything else. My email address also isn't compromised, as I do not use it on this computer at all, and it has a different password. Kind of similar story for me too. Another misconception out there is that people are probably getting their emails hacked. The two-factor authentication is working, but they're also hacking email addresses. There's zero evidence that my email was compromised. I went back in and I looked at all the different ISPs of logins for the email. I used a different password on there. I do use it on the same computer, the same email, but it was obviously not breached. And, thank God, I had a real knot in my stomach when I started checking bank information and other things that are, tied into, things that have real ramifications if they were to be compromised. Fortunately, none of that was. It was just restricted to PoE, which is more evidence that it was a breach specifically on GGG's end. Anyway, let's see here. Waiting support reply. Let's see what the problem was. Seems to happen a lot right now. Many similar posts on official forums. Sad about the loss of all time I spent getting cool PoE2 gear, but I'm more scared of how they could log in the first place. And that's another one. That's why I would really like to see some sort of official response. How did they get in? Let's find out. Stay safe and Merry Christmas. Great. Yeah, gotta hold your head high. Big mistake contacting GG support about it. You should have just secured everything and changed passwords and maybe change email too. Talking about after the fact. Now they will lock your account and you can forget about playing PoE2 for the next 2 months until they start the unlocking process. Join us here after your account has been locked so we can all cry together. And they go to the official forums. We will actually take a look at that link in just a moment here. Yeah, people asking about, third-party stuff. So many people trying to scapegoat the reason here. RMT is huge in PoE2 right now. No wonder people are trying to hack. That 100% true on that. That is where their motivation comes from. The same happened to me today. Check something. My email was on a combo list. It may have, and I've changed my password since then. Okay, this is evidence that maybe it's not an official breach on GG's end. It's just, on account of the dark net having all kinds of different accounts and logins. Just check not on there. Thanks for sharing and sorry for your loss. Okay, is that the original poster? Yes, that was the original poster. Who said that? Interesting. Okay, I hadn't read that before. RMT is... Okay, we already read that. I smell RMT fresh baked. Okay. Had this happen to me as well. That's it for me for early access. Too many things gone, and you can understand. I mean, just put yourself in somebody's shoes like this. I mean, it would leave the most sour taste in your mouth. I mean, it's 100 times worse than dying to a disconnect in hardcore. If you've ever experienced that, if you never actually had your account hacked and everything stolen, there's just really no worse feeling than that. Difficult to reconcile. PoE2 account got cleaned out. Just logged in. My 69 Infernal list all gone. Okay, now we're not going to go through literally every single one of these. I will read this one, though. If there's something new, I will read an update. Just got a mail asking to start the verification process. I just sent them a boatload of info before, like IRL, address, blah, blah, blah. Names, I guess, wasn't good enough. Wait time since last mail was 9.5 days. Woo! 9.5 days for customer support to help out. Someone stole all my gear and currency from my account 6 days ago. Saw my character was naked. There was no currency on the chest. Remembering the stats and gear, I found a person who had all my items. I used the PoE2 overlay for the programs. Okay, talking about third-party programs. I have the username on the thief's account. I have also mailed support, and I do have evidence of the account that was listing my items at, or at least one of my items on fire sale price for the record. But, no response, obviously. That was a couple days ago. Or, well, no, 1 day ago, I guess. So someone took all your items and you magically found them and recognized your items. Yeah, obviously. Duh. Freaking idiot. Well, first of all, write a support ticket. None on Reddit can help you with this problem. It can be a bug, data. It could have been overwritten. Yes, I have written them. My account has been frozen so they can safely change my password, but they are not responding. 5 hours plus. 5 hours. That's cute. Apparently, I will have to wait until morning. Yeah, that's real cute. Wait until we see how long some other people are waiting. If someone scammed you, you're absolutely allowed to show their username, name, and shame these people. It's probably happening to more. It definitely is. The same thing happened to me at my account since 2014. It was never hacked until I used a PoE2 overlay for 2 days. Again, it's not the overlay, guys. Same thing happened to me. Lost 400 divines. 400 divines. Since the account system was just reworked, it should be fairly easy for respective devs to implement two-factor authentication to protect our accounts. This was 1 month ago. My God, it would have been nice. Yep, that would have been nice. So this happened, a couple weeks before all of this fiasco took place. And with that, we move on to the official forums where things matter a little bit more than they do on Reddit. You know, this is where customer service actually matters and where people can get information on how good or how poorly GGG is handling major situations. We're in the Help and Information Forum Index, and we can see here, now, of course, we should clear the air here. Obviously, the vast majority of these posts are going to be negative. Okay, there's a certain baseline expectation of negativity we're going to see on here, but I think you will see with me that it's a little bit more negative than it ought to be or what it would be normally. Now, this is a peculiar one that's happening to a lot of people, and I do not know if it's related. A lot of people are losing access to their PoE2 early access. They're just getting locked out. Their account's getting locked down. I'm not really sure why, and this is a lot of people. 10 whole pages here of people saying same. I don't think this is the same 6 people smurfing around on the same accounts to just try to blow it up to proportion or whatever. Request for account lock and email sent. Urgent assistance needed. I created my email because my account was hacked and my email was changed. As a precaution to further item lost, the team locked my account. I have now enhanced the security of my email by enabling 2-factor authentication. Not exactly sure. I think it means for the email specifically, but emails that are not being compromised. Could be wrong. Right now, I just want the support team to unlock my account and reset the email back to the original hack so I can change my password. This is to ensure I can play PoE2 during the New Year holiday. Yes, the world does not stop spinning on the New Year holiday. In fact, it spins even faster for a lot of people who are trying specifically to play the game during the holiday. I've already provided the account recovery details and sent them to Grinding Gear support on 3 days before, wow, 5 days ago. 5 days ago. Good luck, people put in requests 3 weeks ago, still nothing. And here we got the lovely copy pasta message. I'm afraid we aren't able to assist with account-related issues over the forum. If you've already contacted us to support Grinding Gear Games regarding this, you'll need to wait for the appropriate team member to get back to you. We're currently handling a high volume of tickets. Understandable. So we appreciate your patience in the meantime. Please be assured we'll get back to you as soon as we are able to do so. I think my hope is fading away. This one says it all. This is where a lot of people are at right now. A lot of people are right here, right now. I'm not one of them, actually, but yeah, I'm seeing this a lot. It's so enlightening to actually go in here and see when the shit's really hitting the fan, to go in here and see what people are saying. It puts things into perspective. You really start to appreciate your position. If you're one of the lucky ones who have had 0 problems with the early access, consider yourself blessed during this holiday season. Most definitely. GGG, please help me. I got hacked. I'm reaching out urgently for your assistance. My account was hacked 4 days before Christmas, I guess. As soon as I became aware of the issue, I immediately sent a message. Furthermore, the hacker is still actively using my account. Kindly ask for your immediate help to secure the account and recover the access. Please let me know. So I don't know if the hacker changed email. I didn't have a problem getting back in. I changed the email and password on my account pretty quickly. Character not deleted or anything, but okay. I'm now worried that, wow, this is some real conspiracy stuff, that this thread might be deleted because the hacker is still using this account as well. Oh boy, we got the nice copy pasta post there. Thank you for your response. I understand a large number of players at the moment, which is resulting in a high number of tickets. However, I've already contacted support a freaking long time ago. Please get back to me if action has been taken. That's something, okay, good. A positive note. The GG team has locked my account. And it's the information team. Kindly update my email back to normal and unlock the account. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, another despairing post. And guys, these are really enlightening. Welcome to the next step of your journey. Now you get to wait about a month or 2 and to get your account unlocked because they reply to your emails once a week, and it's a process that needs about 15 back and forth emails. Join us here. Some of these are repeat kind of people, but the posts themselves are different. Support and senior staff members do nothing. Compromised account, stolen items, hacked. You know, look at this. Wait, how many? Yeah, okay, another one right there. Account compromise, items stolen, 5 pages worth of stuff. A lot of people in here saying same thing. I'm live searching the MFer that hacked me, and he's selling so much gear. He's hacking so much people, dude. Same here, 150 div lost. Account hacked, gear stolen, account unlocked, code verification step not working, compromise, gear stolen, access, bought the game, I've been playing for a long time. Why am I getting this message? Okay, not every single thing is about getting a locked account or account hacked, but by golly, a lot of these account locked, appeal account blocking. I don't have access to PoE2 anymore. Account locked, help. 23 pages, account locked. 11 days, been waiting on support via email. Anyone gotten a support reply that did anything? Account linking broken. So this actually starts to go back in history a little bit here. But you can see the front page is very saturated with actual like issues of hacking. And to me, guys, this is nothing short of an emergency case. Even if this is not an official breach of GGG's database, this is still a massive issue, needs to be addressed. And I don't know, GGG's asleep at the wheel on this one. It's obvious. You say what you want. I mean, I'm somebody who's usually very positive about GGG and this sort of stuff, and I got almost nothing but kind words to say about them. For example, the launch for the server stat. I'm so glad they delayed the launch by 3 weeks. The server, they were so reliable. Unbelievable how good it was considering the influx of players. But you know what? Man, that's kind of completely in vain if you're somebody who gets your account straight up hacked or it gets locked down and you can't play for 2 weeks. Would you... How important is it that you get to log in within a couple of hours as opposed to a couple of days if you can't play for 3 weeks straight anyway during your holiday? Doesn't seem to matter very much then, does it? And so this is happening to a lot of people, and GGG is not responding to a lot of people. So let's go over some of the common themes that we're seeing on these cases. When somebody gets hacked, all gear worn is stripped. Aside from the rare jewels and flasks and charms, divine orbs are removed. Unique items that are worth multiple divines in any tab are removed. The items stolen are given to other accounts and then appear on sales minutes later at fire sale pricing. The characters are not deleted, presumably because they want to be able to come back and do it again in a short while. Email addresses themselves are not being compromised, as two-factor authentication is being evaded. At least for the standalone clients, but in some cases, even people who are using Steam are reporting getting hacked. It may be because they also have their accounts linked for the standalone at the same time. Here are some common misconceptions. Two-factor authentication will save you outright. Definitely not. The Steam's authentication protocols will save you. Maybe. This particular third-party software is at fault. This one, that one, no. That's not the case. There's any chance that you will ever see your items returned. Sorry, they're toasted. You're not going to get your items back. So that's basically where we're at here. And this is, again, I've seen at least 20 different, appears to be 20 different people. And there's more and more comments pages that I haven't seen. The very last thing I want to talk about is the response from customer service. Okay, I kind of talked about this for a second at the front end. I just want to reiterate, the world does not stop spinning on Christmas holiday. If you are a brick and mortar store and you offer a service and then you close up shop for a holiday and there's just nothing else to it, you're not going to offer a service to your brick and mortar store, you're not open for business, fair, more power to you. You are totally entitled to close up shop completely, answer nothing. But if you are going to leave the lights on, which by golly, a massive multiplayer online game worldwide, 365 days a year, that is leaving the lights on, baby. That is big time. If you're going to do that, you better offer the service 365 days a year. Most importantly, customer service that isn't just copy pasta messages, because you know what? Those really don't help. I just want to say they really don't help. They feel even worse than nothing at all when you're not responding in a solution-oriented process. So I really hope that GGG sees what's happening here and at the very least gets back to work. I would like to think that the higher ups, the executives, they might forego their Christmas vacation for something that seems to be as big a deal as this. I am pretty sure that most corporate businesses, when they have a major emergency ordeal like this, that it warrants the changing of a few plans. I know that if I was an executive of a corporation, I would expect to get my ass back to work in this sort of situation. And again, on a personal level, I don't mind that much. It's just going to be a nasty, hardcore death. Hopefully, just getting my password name changed is good enough. However, maybe I need to obliterate them and just use the standalone Steam client. I don't know. But yeah, suffice to say, I apologize, guys. I'm not in a good mood, but I have to come out with this video, and I'm not going to be in a good mood for a few days because of this. And most of all, because I just don't know how this happened. How did this happen? So I really hope we get to find out how it happens. I hope GGG gets back to work. I hope they hire a lot more customer service. And I hope they leave a fair amount of customer service online to do their job, even during the holidays. They can hire people from Japan if they have to do that, just to get people who are willing to work during the holidays. It's really no excuse in today's world. You're a massive online company. You got to have people working. Not everybody operates on your clock, and not everybody takes holidays at the same time. And this is particularly painful for people who do take holidays specifically to play this game at the one particular time when they can, and they can't because their account was hacked or it was locked out entirely, which, you know what, would probably be even worse. So let me know what happened to you. If anything really bad happened and your account was locked, or what if you're getting to the bottom of anything. Sometimes you just have to take matters into our own hands. We're not getting any answers anywhere else. So I'm going to use my platform to create a voice for myself and for other people who are suffering from the same issue. Let's try to get to the bottom of it. I will be very active in the comments for this one. I don't really care if it gets likes or dislikes. I just want to get this out there. And yeah, in the future, obviously, very different content will be coming forth. We'll get back online with the gear. We'll get to making some nice videos that are more tailored toward helping people perform better in the game, I hope. But, well, again, a lot of lemons. Let's try to make some lemonade. That's it from me for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was enlightening, and I hope for those of you who are having no problems whatsoever that your journey continues effortless, because you are one of the lucky ones. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.